These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of quiz challengers attempt to beat the greatest quiz team in Britain. Here they are, the Eggheads. And today's fearsome foursome are Barry, known as the Brain, Pat, the Shark, Olav, and the mighty Lisa. Trying to topple our quiz geniuses today are the Scramblers. Now, this friends and family team are all connected through Captain Clifton. Their team name comes from their plans for the Eggheads, of course. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Clifton. I'm a cover teacher.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm a therapy services manager.
Hello, my name's Chilly. I'm a retired engineer.
Hi, my name's Dave, and I'm a retired PE teacher.
So, Clifton and team, welcome. Lovely to see you. So, father and daughter here, right?
That's correct.
And I gather, Lauren, you've been quizzed by your dad for years.
Very, very long time, yep. So is little.
And do you watch Eggheads? Do you watch them in action?
Yeah, regular.
What is it about quizzing that you love, then, Clifton?
With me, it's I've got loads of useless information in my head, and I just like to see if I can test myself.
Chilly and Dave, are you the same?
Yes, pretty
Something
much.
like that, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like a challenge.
have you quizzed together before, you four?
Only the once in the pub the other night, so...
Oh, how did it go?
Come third, joint third.
Yeah.
Brilliant. OK, well, you should win this, then.
Hope so.
Every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. If they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Scramblers, jokes aside, the Eggheads are playing well. They're playing a strong game at the moment. They've won the last 5. And that means there's £6,000 for you to win today. Shall we crack on and try and scramble them?
Yeah,
do it.
let's
Very
do it.
good. OK, so the first subject for you is film and TV. One of you on this, please.
Yep, I think that would be me.
Hey, Lauren.
OK, fantastic, Lauren. Now, you can take on any of them. You've got Barry with the shirt, Pat, Olav and Lisa.
I think it's going to be Lisa today.
Very good.
Thank you.
Sort of, I love the leopard
We're
print.
having a lemon print
Yes.
at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realised that. Fantastic. So, Lauren from the Scramblers versus Lisa from the Eggheads. Please, for the first time, go to our legendary question room. Good luck. 3 multiple-choice questions on film and TV. Would you like to go first or second, Lauren?
I'll choose to go first, please.
OK, so here we go. First question. The 2022 TV series House of the Dragon is a prequel to which show? Lauren, is it Stranger Things, The Mandalorian or Game of Thrones?
Well, Stranger Things is all about sci-fi. I think Mandalorian was a Star Wars prequel, so I'm going to go Game of Thrones.
Indeed, brilliant. Well done, Game of Thrones. Lisa, in August 2022, Amol Rajan was announced as the new host of which TV quiz show? University Challenge, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or Mastermind?
Replacing the second greatest Jeremy of quiz television, it's University Challenge.
Oh, you're too kind. University Challenge is right. The other Jeremy being Paxman. Obviously, he is in pole position. Right, Lauren. Which of these classic crime films was not directed by Alfred Hitchcock? Dial M for Murder, Double Indemnity, or Strangers on a Train?
I'm going to be honest, I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to have a guess at... I'm going to go with Strangers on a Train.
Well, I love Hitchcock, and I've got an image here of a misted-up window and someone writing in the mist on the glass, and that's Strangers on a Train, and unfortunately it was a Hitchcock, as was Dial M for Murder. So the answer was Double Indemnity. Eggheads, do we know who directed that?
Billy Wilder.
Billy Wilder. Lisa, your question. Who played Detective James Sonny Crockett in the 80s TV drama Miami Vice? Don Johnson, Richard Dean Anderson, or Tom Selleck?
I was a little bit concerned there that it was going to be the other actor, and Don Johnson played a different part. I think it was Don Johnson.
Yeah, kind of classic of its time, wasn't it? Don Johnson is correct. Back we go to our challenger, Lauren. So you've got to get this right to stay in. Which of these actresses has won 2 Oscars? Sandra Bullock, Julianne Moore, or Renee Zellweger?
Well, good question. I think instinct is saying Julianne Moore. However, it could be the other two. I think I'm going to stick with my gut and say Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore. Any challengers now? What would you say, Clifton?
I'd guess Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock for what, Speed? Anyone?
I think it's Renée Zellweger.
Oh, for what? Judy Garland?
Judy and
Cold Mountain.
Cold Mountain was the other one, yes. So Renée Zellweger. Don't worry, Lauren, lots of time for the challengers, but you've been knocked out by Lisa, who will be in the final. Please return to your teams and we'll play on. Okay, the challengers have lost one brain from the final round. The Eggheads are all still there, so time, Clifton, for the fight back, I think. This is the moment, and it's music. So it's yourself or Chili or Dave. Who's the music guy?
You want me to take it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
That'll be me then.
Oh, it's a gamble. The team captain goes in. You can have any of the three gentlemen here.
I'll go with Barry, please.
Yep, he loves his music.
Go!
You know what? But it's hit and miss, though. It's hit and miss.
Yeah.
Clifton from the Scramblers against Barry from the Eggheads. I think this is going to be a good round. Please go to our question room. All right, listen, good luck. Your daughter, by the way, your other daughter, is a rapper who's quite well known. Tell us.
Yes, Queen Mills.
Right.
She's just done a single with Sigma, drum and bass one, really good. Done Leeds and Reading Festival, Radio 1 Big Weekend.
And she's been on BBC Introducing?
Yeah, BBC Introducing, the One Extra Crew and Radio 1 Lover. It's all good.
Fantastic. Oh, great. Well, listen, good luck against Barry.
Thank you.
Barry likes his rap music. I'm joking. So, would you like to go first or second, Clifton?
I'll go first, please.
OK, here we go with your first question. What is the title of the music magazine founded in 1967 by Jan Wenner? Is it Zeppelin, Rolling Stone or Beatle?
That'll be Rolling Stone.
Very much so, Rolling Stone, yes. Barry, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is the first produced musical by which composer? Lin-Manuel Miranda, Stephen Sondheim or Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Oh, I remember seeing this. It's a lovely musical, and it was by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah, I hadn't realised it was his very first. Well done, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Back to our challenger, Clifton. In 2021, who became the first ever all-female band to win the Brit Award for British Group? Is it Wolf Alice, Foals or Little Mix?
If in doubt, Little Mix.
If in doubt, Little Mix. That's a great rule. You got it right. Well done. I'm thinking I've just recently got into Wolf Alice, and they are not all female, are they? We've got an amazing female singer. OK, Barry, to catch up. Which of these composers became the son-in-law of Franz Liszt in 1870? Richard Strauss, Johannes Brahms or Richard Wagner?
The son-in-law of Liszt. My mind's gone blank on this, and I've got to think. I'm sure I've seen this. So, one of those composers married Liszt's daughter then to become the son-in-law. Well, I'm going to say Wagner.
Richard Wagner is your answer. Let's check with the Eggheads. Eggs?
That's correct.
Yes, it's correct.
It is correct, yeah. Eggheads, do you know the daughter's name?
Cosima.
Cosima.
Yeah.
Cosima Liszt. Right, so we're 2-2. Tight. Clifton. Which of these Mozart operas is composed of 4 acts? The Marriage of Figaro, Don Giovanni, or The Magic Flute?
I'm not sure, but I'm going to go The Marriage of Figaro.
Is he right, Barry?
I don't know. I've seen all these operas, and I think of those 3, I think the longest was The Magic Flute, so I'd be tempted to go for The Magic Flute, but I don't really know.
But Clifton has got it right. It's The Marriage of Figaro. Well done. Yes,
Yeah,
that's it.
go on,
The
Dan.
dance has come out. Brilliant. So, ooh, Barry on the edge. Egghead on the edge. Here we go. You've got to get this right to stay in, Barry. Which of these musical acts has had a UK Christmas #1 single? Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, or Madonna?
Oh my goodness me, that's a tough question. A Christmas #1 single. Well, I honestly don't know this, so on the principle that Madonna's probably had the most #1s, I'll go for Madonna.
Could you give us what the song was?
If I could do that, I'd be sure of it.
What do you think, Laura?
I would have gone with Whitney.
Which song?
Can't remember, but it just feels right.
So it is a tough question.
Oh, it's tough. Go on. OK, Olav.
I would go for I Will Always Love You, therefore Whitney
I
Houston.
will always love you.
I Will Always Love You in 1992 was Whitney Houston. It was a Christmas #1. Barry, I'm sorry you got it wrong. You're knocked out by Clifton. Well done, challenger. What about...
Go on.
Oh, loving this team. OK, we'll be back shortly. See you after the break. Welcome back. As it stands, the Scramblers have lost the brain from the final round, but the Eggheads have also lost the brain. So it's evenly poised, and the next subject for you is sport.
Dave?
That's going to be you, Dave.
Sports teacher.
OK,
Go on.
great stuff. Retired PE teacher on sport. That sounds good. You've got the two gents in the middle, Pat and Olav.
I'll go up against Pat.
Very good. So Dave from the Scramblers playing Pat from the Eggheads. Please take your positions. Dave, you were a PE teacher and retired very happily, I understand.
Yes, I was indeed, yes.
What do you enjoy doing now?
Well, I spend quite a bit of time looking after my 2-year-old grandson, so he keeps me on my toes, keeps me fit. I also volunteer at a local food bank as well.
Terrific. So you've got sport, you're against Pat. Would you like to go first or second?
I will go first, please, Jeremy.
Here we go with your first question. Which of these cities has not hosted a Summer Olympic Games in the 21st century? Rio de Janeiro, Tokyo, or Los Angeles?
21st. So Rio, I believe, has done. Tokyo, I think. So I'm going to go for Los Angeles.
Yeah, now they did it back in the day. They did it in 1984, but you're right. They haven't done it in the 21st century, so that's correct. Pat, which football team won the Premier League in 2016, having been 5,000 to 1 underdogs at the start of the season? Blackburn Rovers, Newcastle United, or Leicester City?
Well, that's an extraordinary price from the bookies. I think you can get shorter odds than that for Elvis being found. This was Leicester City.
It was Leicester City. OK, one each. Back to you we go, Dave. What is the home ground of the Premiership Rugby Union team Exeter Chiefs? Do they play at Sandy Park, Welford Road, or the Recreation Ground?
Well, it's not Welford Road. I'm pretty certain it's not the Recreation Ground, so I'm going to go for Sandy Park.
Yes, you're right. Sandy Park it is. Nice work. So, Pat, your question. Second question. Charles Leclerc, born in Monaco in 1997, is a rising star in which sport? Golf, motor racing, or tennis?
He drives for Ferrari, and so his sport is motor racing.
Motor racing is right. Cracking on here, aren't we? Now, this is the moment for the Scramblers. Get this right, put the pressure on. When Jim Laker took 19 wickets in a test match against Australia in 1956, which bowler took the remaining wicket? Brian Statham, Tony Locke, or Trevor Bailey?
That's a good question. I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go down the middle on this one and go Tony Locke.
Tony Locke is right. Good quizzing, 3 out of 3. Our Scramblers are playing well. Let's see if the eggs are going to be poached or fried here. Who won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year award when they were only 17 years old? Pat, Michael Owen, Emma Raducanu, or Ian Black?
Well, Emma Raducanu won after her sensational US Open win. Ian Black was a Scottish swimmer, I think, who definitely won the award. I'm not sure at all. I'm going to have to go with Ian Black.
It was back away. It was 1958, and it was Ian Black.
58.
Prehistory. So we go to sudden death. And sudden death, I don't give you alternative options. Colin Morikawa is an American professional player of which sport?
I'm going to go baseball.
It's golf. It's golf, which gives Pat a way in here to take the round. The San Antonio Spurs and the Washington Wizards, Pat, are professional teams in which sport?
The sport is basketball.
You responded with assurance there, and you're right. Basketball is correct. Pat has taken the round. He's a hard man to beat, Dave.
Yeah.
He really is, but you played very well. Come back, rejoin your teams, and we'll play the final round for £6,000. Right, this is what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round. It's going to be general knowledge, but those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be in this round. So Lauren and Dave from the Scramblers, and also Barry from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Well, here we are, the final. And Chile, Clifton playing to win the Scramblers, £6,000. Pat, Olav, Lisa, you're playing just to keep your run going and for the Eggheads' reputation. It's 3 questions. They're general knowledge. You can confer, which is good. So the question here, the really big question, is whether your 2 brains can take down these 3. And I think it could happen.
We hope so.
All right, good luck. Clifton, Chile, do you want to go first or second?
First, shall we? Yeah, we'll go first, please.
First question. CDG is the IATA code of an airport in which city? Is it Milan, Paris or Berlin?
Yeah, well, CDG is Charles de Gaulle Airport, which is situated in Paris.
Paris is correct. Eggheads, which figure from Greek mythology was turned into a wolf after he served Zeus human flesh as a test of his omniscience? Tantalus, Kronos or Lycaon?
I thought it's Lycaon, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Because Tantalus,
Lycanthropy.
there's cannibalism to do with Tantalus' story, isn't there? With Aeetes.
Thyestes.
Places, yeah.
Can we not just go on Lycaon as being the wolf type?
Yeah, I know.
Lycanthropy.
That's the simple first question answer we should go with, I think.
Looks like it's Lycaon.
Yeah. Yeah, Lycaon, lycanthropy. So we're going to go with Lycaon.
It's a hard old question if you got nothing on it, but you have that memory of a wolf, and Lycaon is correct. Your question, challengers. What was the profession of John Lee and William Perrins before they created their famous brand of Worcestershire sauce? Were they teachers, chemists, or politicians?
I think it's chemist.
I don't think they're politicians.
No.
Not teachers. If they're going to make
You should know if they're a
something.
teacher.
They're going to make something.
Yeah, I would say they'd be chemists.
Chemists? Yeah.
Okay. We're not 100% sure, Jeremy, but we do think it might be chemists.
Good quizzing. Chemists, you're right. Eggheads, who designed the Shard, the UK's tallest building? Richard Rogers, Renzo Piano, or I.M. Pei?
Renzo Piano.
Yeah, Renzo Piano.
It's Renzo Piano.
It is Renzo Piano. Famously, I think he drew it on the back of an envelope, yeah, in a restaurant and said, this is what I want to do. That was the design. So 2-2, final round. Playing for £6,000. Get this, and you may not need to do another stroke of work today. Who in 1984 became the first woman to perform a spacewalk? Was it Helen Sharman, Sally Ride, or Svetlana Savitskaya?
I think it was Helen Sharman, because she's more recent.
I think, she was also the first British woman.
That's right.
So it'd be
Sally
the other
don't look-
two.
I reckon maybe Svetlana?
Svetlana, most likely, I would have
Yeah.
thought.
Magic Right?
Yeah, we're thinking Helen Sharman was the first British woman into space. Sally Ride was American. We're thinking possibly it being Russian or Soviet person, so we're going to go for Svetlana Savitskaya.
Is it Svetlana?
Yes.
It is Svetlana Savitskaya. Well done.
Thank you.
And your
Thank you.
teammates are rejoicing back there. 3 out of 3 as you play for £6,000. Eggheads, you get this wrong, the contest is over. During the Elizabethan era, a red flag was displayed outside the Globe Theatre to indicate that what type of play would be performed that day. History, tragedy, or comedy?
My only completely
go
witless idea is that history and tragedy are sort of similar, whereas comedy is quite different.
Yeah.
Maybe you're trying to attract business for the comedy crowd, but that's very, very lame.
No, it's good
Logic
reasoning.
by any standards.
Honestly, it's good reasoning.
It's just that it's a bit different, I think, to the other two, that's all. But it's, yeah.
I wondered if it was
Nothing.
some kind of early classification system, Just this display contains sex and violence?
I mean,
Red linked to
traditionally it is like, you know, barber's poles and
Blood. But then both the history and the tragedy plays are more than capable of providing.
Yeah, but
blood.
something like Titus Andronicus, you'd expect more blood to flow, like loads of it. History plays didn't necessarily have a lot of blood in them.
Is Titus Andronicus a history play or a tragedy play?
It's a tragedy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that. If red signifies blood, then maybe tragedy is the.
But to be fair, you're right. It's differentiating between the history or the tragedy, and like you say, actually, if it was to say, you know, parental guidance, you would struggle.
Do you know comedy?
I really haven't a clue.
That grimace on your face.
Yeah,
is
I
like-
really have very little confidence in any action taken on this lot.
It's counterintuitive, I think. I think they say comedy.
I can tell you that tragedy was black. Okay, so you were right to rule out tragedy. You've said that comedy is red. And if you've got it wrong, the contest is over. What would you have said?
I'd have said it was history,
Would you? Why is that?
because a red flag can also be bloodshed amongst the history plays. as well.
Yeah. You would have been right. The correct answer is history, we say. Congratulations, challengers! You won!
Excellent.
Oh, it was a nasty question, that, but good. Well done on all your. You did really well on your questions. You're so sure-footed. How do you feel?
Ecstatic.
Great.
Absolutely brilliant. yeah.
I'm so chuffed you played so well, such a steady game. Well, Lauren, I'm sorry you weren't in the final, you and Dave, but I hope you enjoyed it back there.
Fantastic.
That was amazing. Well done, guys. Well done.
Oh, so pleased for you, Scramblers. What a great team. You've won £6,000. You are officially cleverer than the Eggheads. They've proved, haven't they, that you can be beaten. Join us next time on Eggheads to see if a new team of challengers will be as successful as the brilliant Scramblers. So they're going to pick up the pieces now, and we bid you goodbye.
Kiefer Sutherland finds himself questioning his own reality tonight. Paramount Plus presents Rabbit Hole, brand new at 10 here on Channel 5. Having fun in the sun in Central America on her biggest bucket list adventure yet, we set sail to go cruising with Susan Calman next.